Hello and welcome back to the British Accent Podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Nick. Today we're going to share some common English expressions you can use every day, whether you're chatting with friends, talking at work, or just making small talk.
Exactly. These are phrases that native speakers use all the time without even thinking about them. But if you start using them naturally, you'll sound more fluent and confident.
Let's start with a super useful one. I'm not sure, but this is great when you're giving your opinion but don't want to sound too strong or absolute. For example, I'm not sure, but I think the meeting starts at 2.
Yes, it's polite, it's soft, and it invites the other person to share their opinion too. Another common one is, that sounds good. You can use it to agree with someone's suggestion, like, shall we meet at 7? That sounds good.
Here's one I love, I'm just kidding, or I'm just joking. You use it when you want to show that what you said shouldn't be taken seriously. It's perfect to lighten the mood after a playful comment.
Oh, and another one that's so common in daily conversations is no worries. It's a friendly way to say it's okay, or don't worry about it. For example, if someone apologizes for being late, you can say, no worries, it happens.
Right. And if you want to check if someone is okay or needs something, you can say, do you need a hand? That means, do you need help? It's casual and friendly.
One more for today, it's up to you. This is great when you want to leave the decision to someone else. For example, where should we eat? It's up to you.
And the best way to make these expressions sound natural is to listen to them in real conversations and try using them yourself, even in small daily interactions.
Another one you'll hear a lot is, fair enough. This is a nice way to say you understand someone's point of view, even if you don't fully agree. For example, I can't come to the party because I have to work. Fair enough.
Yes, it's short, polite, and very British sounding. Another great one is, fingers crossed. You say this when you're hoping for something good to happen. For example, I've got a job interview tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Oh, and by the way, is another super useful expression. It's perfect for changing the topic, or adding extra information. Like, by the way, did you finish that report?
Right. And speaking of casual expressions, I'm in the mood for, is a great one for talking about what you feel like doing or eating. For example, I'm in the mood for pizza tonight.
Yes. And when you want to say something is very easy, you can use it's a piece of cake. For example, don't worry about the test, it's a piece of cake.
One of my personal favorites is, long time no see. This is what you say when you meet someone you haven't seen in a while. Like, hey, long time no see. How have you been?
Exactly. These expressions are short, friendly, and instantly make you sound more like a native speaker. The more you use them, the more natural your English will feel.
Another one you'll hear a lot is, better late than never. This is for when something happens later than planned, but you're still happy it happened. For example, I finally finished that book. Better late than never.
Yes, that's a good one. Another super useful phrase is it's up to you. You use it when you want the other person to decide. Like, where should we go for dinner? It's up to you.
Oh, and that's a good point, is something you can say in conversations to show you agree or acknowledge a good idea. For example, we should probably leave earlier to avoid traffic. That's a good point.
Right. Another friendly expression is no worries. It's a casual way to say it's okay, or don't worry about it. Like, sorry I'm late. No worries.
And if something is very unlikely to happen, you might hear, when pigs fly. For example, he'll clean his room when pigs fly.
Ha ha, yes. And here's one I use a lot. I'll give it a try. That's when you're not sure if you can do something, but you're willing to attempt it. Like, I've never baked a cake before, but I'll give it a try.
Exactly. And if something is completely finished, you can say, that's it. For example, after explaining something, that's it, we're done.
Another great everyday phrase is I'm on it. You can say this when someone gives you a task and you want to show you'll start right away. For example, can you send that email? I'm on it.
Yeah, I like that one. And there's fingers crossed. You say it when you're hoping for a good result. Like, I have a job interview tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Another one is that makes sense. It's perfect for showing that you understand someone's explanation. For example, we need to leave early because the train schedule changed. That makes sense.
Right. And it's not a big deal is a nice way to say something isn't a problem. Like, sorry I forgot to call you back. It's not a big deal.
You can also say, good to know, when you learn some useful information. For example, the store closes at 8 p.m., good to know.
And one more, I can't wait. It's used when you're really excited about something. Like, we're going on vacation next week. I can't wait.
Another super common one is fair enough. You say this when you accept someone's point, even if you didn't agree before. For example, I can't come tonight because I have to work late. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's one I use a lot. There's also, no worries. This is a casual way of saying, it's okay, or, don't worry about it. Like, sorry I'm late. No worries.
Another phrase is it's up to you. You can say this when you let someone decide. For example, where should we eat? It's up to you.
And don't forget, long time no see. You say this when you meet someone you haven't seen in a while. Like, hey. Long time no see.
One I hear a lot is better late than never. This is for when something happens later than expected, but it's still good that it happened. For example, I finally finished the book you recommended. Better late than never.
And one more, I'll keep you posted. This means you'll update someone when you have new information. Like, let me know when you hear back from them. Sure, I'll keep you posted.
Here's another one, you never know. You say this when something is possible, even if it seems unlikely. For example, do you think I could win the competition? You never know.
Yeah, that's a good one. Another is, that's the last straw. It means you've run out of patience. For example, he was late again, and that was the last straw.
Then there's speak of the devil. You use it when the person you were just talking about appears. Like, I haven't seen John in ages. And then John walks in, speak of the devil.
And hit the books. That's an idiom meaning to start studying. Like, I can't go out tonight. I need to hit the books.
Another fun one is on the same page. This means you agree or understand the same thing as someone else. For example, before we start the project, let's make sure we're on the same page.
And finally for now, the ball is in your court. It means it's someone else's turn to make a decision. Like, I've done all I can, now the ball is in your court.
Another super common one is I'm all ears. You say this when you're ready and eager to listen. For example, I have something important to tell you. I'm all ears.
Yeah, and similar to that is, shoot. It's a casual way to say, go ahead and say it. Like, can I ask you something? Sure, shoot.
Then there's it's not my cup of tea. That means something is not your preference. For example, I know people love horror movies, but they're not my cup of tea.
Oh, and hang in there. You say it to encourage someone to keep going during a tough time. Like, I know it's hard, but hang in there, things will get better.
Another nice one is fingers crossed. You say this when you're hoping for a good result. For example, I have a job interview tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
And here's one that's often in movies, you've got to be kidding me. You use it when you're surprised or can't believe something. Like, the concert tickets sold out in 2 minutes. You've got to be kidding me.
Here's one you might hear a lot in casual conversations: no worries. It's a friendly way to say it's okay, or don't worry about it. For example, sorry I'm late. No worries.
And then there's long time no see. This is something you say when you meet someone you haven't seen in a long time. Like, wow, long time no see. How have you been?
Another one is better late than never. You use it when something happens later than expected, but it's still good that it happened. For example, I finally finished that book you lent me months ago. Better late than never.
Oh, I like, speak of the devil. That's when the person you were just talking about suddenly appears. Like, where's Sarah? I haven't seen her all day. And then Sarah walks in, speak of the devil.
And of course, piece of cake. That means something is very easy. For example, was the exam hard? Nah, it was a piece of cake.
Lastly for this section, you never know. You say this when you want to keep an open mind because something is possible. For example, do you think we'll win? You never know.
Let's start with it's up to you. You say this when you want to let someone decide. For example, where should we eat tonight? It's up to you.
Another one is, you might want to. This is a softer way of giving advice. Like, you might want to bring an umbrella. It looks like it's going to rain.
There's also, if I were you. It's a classic way to give advice by imagining yourself in the other person's situation. For example, if I were you, I'd start studying earlier for the test.
Don't forget, why don't you? It's an indirect way to suggest something. Like, why don't you try calling them instead of texting?
We also use, have you thought about, to suggest a possibility without sounding too direct. For example, have you thought about joining a study group?
And finally for this part, the sooner, the better. This is a way of saying it's better to do something as soon as possible. For example, when should I submit the application? The sooner, the better.
Now, for expressions to show surprise or amazement, one you'll hear a lot is no way. You use it when something is shocking, unbelievable, or exciting. For example, I just won a free trip to Japan. No way.
Another common one is, you're kidding, or, you've got to be kidding. This works for both good surprises and bad ones. Like, they cancelled the concert. You're kidding.
And if you want to sound really amazed, you can say that's insane, or that's unbelievable. Both show that something is hard to believe, usually in an exciting way.
All right, so today we've covered a lot of expressions you can use every day, from polite requests, to giving advice, to showing surprise. The best way to remember them is to start using them in real conversations as soon as possible.
Exactly. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel. So pick a few expressions from today's episode and try them out the next time you speak English. That's how you'll make them truly yours.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode of the British Accent Podcast.